Hello, hello, hello. How y'all doing? This is Goddess Raven, and this is Sipping It Up with Goddess Raven. I don't know if y'all watched tonight's Noseyheauxlive Live. She did a panel with Jaguar Wright, Sue, Sweetma, and Goddess. I don't know if I will be, let me. I don't know if I'll be watching um, certain content anymore. I mean, I know I want to watch the interview with Samuel and her son, who's 18, to get the other side of the story. Because you can't just take one side of the story. It's good to hear everybody's side of the story in it. And if we watch her son's body language, we can tell if this boy is lying or what, or being coached. We could tell something. We could tell by the line of questioning. If this what this man is saying is legit, or what Jaguar's saying, is fugazi, or is what Sammy's saying fugazi. But I could only get into like less than 30 something minutes of that live, the Tasha K Townhall. Y'all, I just want y'all to comment below if y'all watched it. But the first thing that Jaguar did that kind of shocked me, and I want every lady who's a mother to chime in. I want all y'all who are moms to chime in. Like, if you haven't seen your child in 2 years and you finally get to see your child, would you be like, oh, wow, how handsome or how beautiful my daughter looks, or how handsome my son looks. He has grown up into such a good, a nice, strong young man. And I hope he, is doing good in school, blah, 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 blah. Right? Those are the things you would say when you finally get to see your son. That's what I expected to hear. But Jaguar starts to clown her son's clothing, because it's not up to par to her. I didn't want to hear that. And here's my reason why I didn't want to hear that. Because I think that could have been something personal that she could have talked about with her husband, but not shared with 8,000 people. Not shared on a live that she didn't approve or like the clothing because it looked like Walmart clothing or whatever. And then the hair, like the haircut, she didn't like her son's haircut, and she clowned her son's like appearance. And that like cut me a little bit, because I'm like, whoa, this your child you ain't seen in so long, that anything that their child is wearing or look like, I'd be happy, because he looks healthy. He looks well put together. He looks intelligent. He looks, well dressed. I mean, he looks like the clothes are clean on his back. He don't look like he got dirty clothes on. His clothes look well pressed and clean. And at the end of the day, that's what matters the most. That a child looks presentable, and that child looked presentable to me. He might not have had on Tommy Hilfiger, or he might not have had on some Coogee, or he might not have had on some True Religions. He might not have had on any Ralph Lauren or any of this stuff, but he looked decent, well presented to me. So it kind of was a real cold shocker to see her go so negative on her son's appearance. And then she follows it up with, my husband was going to give him a haircut so he don't look like he's a homeless child. Like, who airs this? Like, that's something you keep personal. You have to air out those certain kind of details. Like you don't want your child to hear you talking about how you think he looked homeless because of the haircut he had, or that his clothes. You're nitpicking and criticizing the way he looks, and you haven't seen this child in 2 years. So that drew me back as an impact. It kind of like it really hit me hard. Like, whoa, what am I watching? And as far as Sue being a victim, I mean, being around that type of energy, it can't be productive or, have a good, I don't know, man. I mean, as a victim, I don't know if I want to be around that aggressive energy that was, around her. I mean, she left at one point. I think she left during Jaguar's rant. She left. So Jaguar proceeds to then says she's demanding that the courts arrest her son's father in Chicago. Then she proceeds to talk about, while she's talking about, that they should arrest Samuel, she somehow goes into a different story while talking about having her, son father arrested. She then starts to go on. She then starts to ramble about some commish and some incident that happened in Chicago and how there was some kind of cover-up involved in. But she knows the information about that and who did what and some cab driver. This is in the middle of her as she's talking about her son, Samuel, wanting Sam to be arrested. She then goes on into something else that it just got dark for me. Like, honestly, I don't know how everybody involved didn't see how dark it got, because it got dark for me. She then proceeds to say she believes that Tasha was the family bicycle and everyone got a turn. She believes a lot of people took turns on her and that she cried a lot and nobody believed her. And that's why Tasha lies. And she believes Nikki also is also like that. This is 31 minutes into this live. She then proceeds to talk about Nicki Minaj. Nicki comes from, this is what she's stating. Nicki comes from a culture where kids are sexualized at 11 to 12 years old. We know about that. As far as I am concerned, for my Jamaican family, because I'm me want to know what culture is she talking about? Because as far as I knew Jamaican people. I know Nikki is Trinidadian, and I want my Trini people and all my Caribbean island people to stand up, because as far as I know, across the board, whatever island it could be, Guyanese, Trinidad, Jamaica, Barbados, Turks and Caicos, Bahamas, all of the island. What island promote the sexualization of 11 and 12-year-old girls? Please. I have never heard that about Trinidad. I've never heard that about Jamaica. I've never heard that about the Bahamas. I've never heard that really about any island, because as far as we are very strict on religion. Okay? You can't wear certain clothes when you're 11 and 12 years old if you're from the Caribbean culture. You get your ass whooped. A child should be a child and remain a child and act like a child. That's what we were taught when we were kids. You shall act like a child. You as a child, then act like a child, dress like a child. Your child should stay in the child's place. So my sister, I got family and I got people and I got friends that are from all over. All islands. I know people from all different islands, especially Trinidad. And I never heard of us or them doing this sexualization that you talk about. And then she even had to throw in that her culture thinks incest is okay. Where? What? You couldn't even stay on that island if you commit something like that. What you talking about? Eh? What is she talking about? What culture is down with that? I don't care if you're from the island. I don't care if you're from Baton Rouge. I don't care if you're from Jersey. I don't care if you're from Canada. I don't care if you're from England. I don't care what part of the world you're from. What culture? And if any culture approved that, you know, so that threw me for a loop. Like it threw me for a loop that she just culture. So I want to know what culture she's talking about. Trinidadian culture. They into stuff like that, and that's false. And then for her to say that Tasha, Tasha, she believes that Tasha was the family, had turned into like a bicycle. What? And she's now accusing Nikki of the same thing too. So now you've done it to Summer Walker. You talked about Ted Campbell. Like I think some things need to all this going around abuse. Like I'm this person abused, this person abused, this person abused, this person abused. All this abuse is being thrown around like so easy that it's going to become make it look like it ain't nothing. This is so serious. All this stuff that y'all throwing around about it's in the cultures and it's as okay and this one got turned like used out like a bicycle and Nikki had the same thing done to her and you're talking about the child and can we just leave children out of this? And Jaguar's son is 18. 18 is considered an adult. Anything under 18, that's a minor and needs parents' permission and should not be involved. So in any way you talk about Sweetma's child or anybody talk about her child, leave that should be off limits. That shouldn't be talked about. That's somebody's child. Leave that subject alone. I think children in general should be off topic. I think talking about abuse in the way that it's being talked about, that you're just throwing abuse on people that you have no facts if this is true or it's not. It's just what the is going on? This is crazy. I just feel like this is starting to take a turn in a direction that it shouldn't take a turn in. It's getting nasty. It's getting messy. It's getting disgusting. It's getting vile. It's getting dark. It's getting like this dark, menacing, aggressive energy, and it gotta stop. This doxing, the talking bad about it, the fuck. vulture, like the vulturing, like when I say vulturing, I mean where a vulture picks on and scavenge, and they're sitting. It's like you're sitting there and you're scavenging on a vulture scavenges on rotting, disgusting, old carcasses, the things that nobody wants, the subjects that nobody wants to talk about. And it's just getting so, I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. It's just getting so nasty. Like, what the hell? What do I, it's just getting nasty, yo, for real. Like when she was singing this stuff, I was just like, whoa, are you serious? Y'all come below, really, and y'all come below, and y'all tell me what y'all think, because you know what, I think if I just honestly, I think if these people are victims, sue if you're a victim. Um, God bless you. Whatever you have to do to find peace of mind, do it. Sweetma, if you're a victim of, you know, sorry, kids should be left out of this situation. But I just sit around all of y'all and y'all come below. Like, it's crazy. It's just crazy. I wish that this is YouTube. I wish that us female content creators can all, it sounds stupid to say, like, yeah, but I mean, I know you're gonna say it sounds stupid, or I'm stupid for saying this or whatever, but can we all get along? I know it, like, and I mean, if we cannot get along, which is, part of life, not all of us are gonna get along with each other. I get it. But can we at least just don't F with each other? I'm not talking about me. I'm not putting myself in this. No, 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 no. I'm just saying, if y'all don't like each other, stop talking about each other and just move on. Don't do attack each other. Don't talk bad about each other. Wish each other the best and keep it moving. But all this negative energy that's spewing out, what's the purpose? What's the outcome? Is outcome positivity? Because at this rate, I don't see the positivity. I don't know, man. I just wish that when I tune in to see beautiful Black women, or a group of women, that they're talking about something positive, because things are so flipping rough now. Everybody's going through so much, but maybe, maybe people, with all this drama, this issue going on, maybe it helps people take their minds off of stuff too at the same time. But damn, for some of us, ain't all that. This shit is negative. It's negative. I get it. There's nothing positive about abuse. But damn, I wish some things was just not on YouTube. And I can say that because you don't know my past or what I've been through. So I don't know, like for a lot of victims or people who are victims or have a past or been through something or have post-traumatic stress disorder, I don't know how any of this is helpful watching this for them. So I think, you know what, you can't, uh, I'm going to like have to stick to my rule of you can watch this, but you don't have to invest emotions into this. Or just don't watch. Because that was kind of rough for me. Like her saying what she said, you know, and I'll come below and tell me what y'all think. All right. All right. Bye.